What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Yesterday, we tried out Vigoroth in the Sunshine Cup, and we found out a lot of people were very weak to fighting type damage, so today we're taking it to the next level. We're going to use Shadow counter Blaziken in this meta. Let me tell you, there's so many teams today, double, even triple weak to counter. It was insane how many people disrespected this Pokemon. It's a lot of fun to use, it's a massive meta breaker, and I think you're going to have to worry about this Pokemon moving forward in this cup. Really quickly though, before we get into the battles, I want to say if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Alright, got a match. Shadow Blaziken into B Barrel? Well, is this on Rollout or Water Gun? Because that really changes how this matchup goes. Well, it's on Rollout, which means this matchup is going to go very quickly in favor of my Blaziken here. Okay, and we see a Talonflame safe swap. This game is going swimmingly so far, if I do say so myself. They could go for a Brave Bird here, but I'm kind of fine if they do, because that doesn't knock us out. They do Brave Bird. Insane. I don't think I get knocked out here by an Incinerate, but if I do, that's kind of sad. If I don't, I get 2 Body Slams off. Are they willing to risk it? And honestly, like, if they do shield this, and I get knocked out, which I actually do, then I can honestly just come in Blaziken here, shield once, and go for a full counter down. I am a little bit surprised I actually got knocked out by that move, though. The Incinerate there, I guess it was probably pretty close one way or another. Yeah, double flying moves, that makes sense. Goodbye, Talonflame. Even if you have a Blaziken counter in the backline, who wants to take 2 attacks from a Blaziken? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's not much that really wants to take that energy. That was a fast one. Alright, next battle. Shadow Blaziken into Victory Bell. Okay. How does this go? What moveset are they on? What moveset do they think I'm on? Okay. Beautiful stuff. They bring in the Dunsparce into my counter user, as we were hoping they would. We catch a drill run here, too. Alright. Well, at this point, the non-stab damage from Dunsparce is really not that threatening to us. And since I have so much energy on my Blaziken, we should be in a really good spot. I have back-to-back Body Slams here. Does Licky Licky win the CMP? I bet I do. Yeah, so I'll throw this to just deny them almost a drill run and a half. Or if they want a shield, they can be my guest. I'm not scared of that Victory Bell. They do let that go. And we see a Furret come in. Alright. Well, I think I just swap back into Blaziken here, right? I mean, I'm fine shielding this. It could be a Brick Break, I suppose. It could be a Brick Break. Nah, just a Swift, so not even that worrying of a move. They come in with the Shadow Victory Bell here. And we can get both shields down by going for these Blaze Kicks. They'll get a full farm down against us, which is a little bit scary with the energy they're going to have. But I'll get both shields myself. 8. And they're very low on that Furret as well. 9. Alright, so right now, they are at back-to-back Leaf Blades. Just in case they have Acid Spray, I'm going to no-shield the first one. Okay, so they're at 4. Ow. 5, 6, 7. And we should be fine here. Just knock out this Victory Bell, and that will win us the game. Because that Furret is so low on the backline here. I should be able to reach a Swift against them, or at the very least a Body Slam, and I got so much counter damage against them that that will be enough. Yeah, we have the Swift here in just a second. And even if they did knock us out, we still have our Licky Licky as well. That likely gets a Body Slam off. A little bit of a closer backline than it could have been. I feel like maybe swapping back in my Blaziken was a little ambitious. It worked out, but that's probably why that game looked a little bit closer there. Alright, next battle. I liked that last game. That was a fun one. Blaziken into Shadow Abomasnow. I like this as well. I would love it if they stay in. That'd be really cool. But we'll see. Yeah, makes sense. They come in to their 2 cannon as a way to try to maybe bait out a rollout user. I've seen a lot of these teams in the past that are just double flying teams in this meta. If that's the case, then I guess we'll find out. But I don't think a Beak Blast knocks us out here, so I'm gonna no-shield this. If it does, then that's insane. Yeah, no, we do survive that. Although it does look like Toucannon actually puts in some work in this matchup, which is a little bit crazy for me. We'll go for that Body Slam. We do see a shield here. Alright. I do lose switch advantage, and if there is a second flying type in the back, then at this point, I'm gonna wish that I did still have access to switch advantage. Well, okay, if it's a Quagsire, then I would want it even more than I currently do, which is already quite a bit. 5. Man. Alright, this is on me. I should have kept switch advantage this game. I don't know exactly how I could have. They do go instantly for a Weather Ball here, which is maybe helpful. Because that's not a lot of damage. Well, I say as I take most of my HP. I just get farmed down. Dang it, man. If they didn't nerf counter, I might have been able to get to 2 moves here with my Blaziken against a Quagsire. But the counter energy generation nerf a few seasons back, probably going to make it so I don't even have a chance. Honestly, I don't even know if I would have otherwise. You win hard, you lose hard with this Pokemon. I needed to keep Switch. Alright, next opponent. Blaziken into Vigoroth. Okay, trainer. I'm on Ember, right? You're going to stay in here because your fast food pressure does so much? No. Alrighty. We see them swap out into a Talonflame here. And the last Talonflame actually did Brave Bird us, which was a little bit scary. But since they don't throw first, I put them in a really awkward spot here with when they want to throw themselves. Alright, big Body Slam. We see a no-shield. They throw an alignment. I think it's worth a shield here, because I can roll out all the way down no matter what they throw against us. Yeah, Brave Bird. I'd rather not let my Licky Licky take 100 damage if I could help it. It's a Shadow Vigoroth, right? It's going to take damage from my Body Slams. We're at 3. And now I can bring in my Shadow Blaziken here, save a bit of my Licky Licky, and put them in an even more awkward spot. Oh, this Vigoroth's out of here. It's going to get knocked out by that, isn't it? Almost certainly that counter knocks out. It'll be a 3-on-1 in the backline. What is the backline going to be? Oh, who would have thought? Another thing, weak to fighting type damage. The Licky Licky comes in. It takes a third of its HP from 4 counters. I get a shield with an Aura Sphere, and they likely have to immediately throw a move to get us out of here. Yeah. I guess this Body Slam probably knocks us out, unfortunately, but that's fine. These things happen. We can bring in our Furret. And Furret, while it doesn't have counter, it has a lot of fast food pressure itself. And this poor Licky Licky has a lot of work to do. They're at 5. They could be going for a Hyper Beam here, but I don't even think a Hyper Beam one-shots me, because Licky Licky's kind of bulky, right? And Furret's not particularly squishy itself. Yeah, they no-shield that in hopes that something can happen there, but let's go. That's insane. I love Shadow Blaziken, actually. Alright, next battle. Blaziken into Macargo? Okay. Okay. Well, do they stay in thinking that I'm, not on counter? No, they don't. Alright. We'll just go for the fast move pressure there. We'll also catch a move here on our Furret. Right now, this is going to be a Weather Ball, right? Yeah. It does a little bit of damage to us here, but honestly not as much as they're probably hoping it would have done. Really, they just go for another Weather Ball? I'm kind of surprised by that, because by going for a Weather Ball here, they don't get a shield for me whatsoever. And honestly, if I lose switch advantage, I'm fine with it, technically, maybe. It depends on their final Pokemon, I guess, before I say that for sure. But I mean, if they want to shield this and try to get the next move off, they can be my guest. No, they do let that go. Okay, who's going to come in here? Okay, well, I'm not letting you get away with this, whatever this is. Who's using Superior in this day and age? That's what I want to know. Unfortunately for me, the Vine Whips are adding up. And the other unfortunate thing is they likely have Leaf Tornado. Oh, what a Okay, maybe I should stop BMing them. They just caught my fire-type move. I should have been throwing Aura Spheres just to cover for this. But I'm still gonna do a lot of damage to them here before I go down. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty low on HP, I would say. Did I just get denied? I might have just got denied here in the Go Battle League. That's actually really annoying. Alright, well, if I lose this game now, then we know why. I'm gonna no-shield this. As crazy as that is, I know they have Frenzy Plants, right? And I'd rather not shield a Rock Tomb if I can help it. Alright. We have a lot of energy on Licky Licky. We have energy on Furret. But man, the deny here actually kind of cost me a little bit, because I don't think I have the ability to get to 2 Shadow Balls now. They do no-shield that. Oh, but a Body Slam might just be enough here. If they're not on Leaf Tornado, then I should just win this game. Do I have a Body Slam plus a Shadow Ball right now? I don't. But they don't decide to throw their energy here, which means they're likely on Aerial Ace as a coverage move, rather than Leaf Tornado. And that gets a knockout. Okay, that was a sloppy way to play that game. They played well by catching my Blaze Kick, I will admit to that. But the deny made it really interesting at the end, so a little bit closer than it could have been. Alright, we'll take that. Was that a 4-1? Oh, Duskull, you menace. Can I not catch a... Guys, I'm getting destroyed by a Duskull. Alright, we'll cash this in. The real final boss of this set. Alright. Alright, next opponent. Blaziken into the Shadow Jumpluff. Alright. Well, do they expect me to be on Ember here, or not? Okay. They do stay in, so this time they do end up forcing me out of this matchup. I mean, I should survive an Aura Sphere here, right? Surely? I actually have no idea how much this does, but it's a non-Shadow Blaziken. Yeah, I do survive that. Not very well, but I do. And this should allow me to get a shield advantage or a knockout against them. Okay, we get the shield. And now Shadow Ball is going to do a sizable amount of damage to them as well, which either puts them into farm down range or, I mean, maybe it knocks out. I doubt it, though. Oh my goodness. Dude, what was that, Licky Licky? What a game! Alright, next game. Blaziken into Shadow Quagsire. Okay, we're not getting quite as lucky now with the leads, but we'll see what we can do. Maybe Licky Licky, once again on the save swap, can put in some work. We'll see. It is Water Gun. Always good to, check and make sure. Another Acid Cradily comes in. People are really having fun in this meta, huh? They're like, this meta needs more Cradily. And I respect them for that. Actually, no, I don't. Not at all. Okay, they're at 8, so 1 past the Rock Tomb here. I wish that Acid didn't do so much damage, because the Acid damage here is going to put me into 2 Rock Tomb range, right? If they were on Bullet Seed, maybe that wouldn't be the case. Alright, they're at 6 right now, so they're almost at the next move here. What could be in the back that we'd have play into? I don't know. Eight. I mean, I could try to brute force switch advantage here, but I'm going to be honest, I feel like I'm not strong enough into Quagsire in the backline to commit to that. I should be able to counter this down at least, and get a little bit of energy here, but that Quagsire is still going to do so much to us. Yo, it's the Dartrix. So what you're telling me is, I might not have had a lot of play this game with my Blaziken. It happens like that. I mean, the Mudboy plus Flyer Core, very bad for my Blaziken, obviously. Probably just a Seed Bomb here. I'm going to no-shield in hopes that they don't nuke us. Yeah, so they're at 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I think my play here, to have even a sliver of a chance, is to try to overfarm with my Burret. Get some attacks off into that Quagsire, and then maybe Aura Sphere. But I don't know if I'm going to have enough HP for that. Alright, well, do they shield this? If they no-shield this, I think that's my best chance. If they shield this up, it's probably over either way. Okay, they do no-shield. Which should allow me to get 2 Swifts here. This is going to be so weird. I'm just going to switch. I want the counter damage as quickly as I can. And I'm still going to get that Swift off in the backline anyway. I just don't know if the counter damage is enough. I'm taking so much from the water guns. It's insane. If I get 2 more counters, maybe. Maybe. If I don't, it was nice knowing you. I think I get 1. I get 1 here. Yeah. Oh, man. I have the Swift ready, but let's see. Would 1 more of counter have done it here? I think it would have. I think 1 more counter would have actually been the difference maker in this game. That's insane. We made it that close with how bad it was for us. That's fine. You know, if I had Brick Break, honestly, maybe Brick Break could have won it for us too, because then I would have debuffed them. I would have done more counter damage. It's fine. We'll go to the next one. All right, next opponent. Let's win the lead. I liked the games where we won the lead. There we go. See, you just have to manifest it. I need to keep switch here, though. My backline has no charge attack pressure really into this. Okay, well, we see the Talonflame once again come in. People love their Talonflame today. Honestly, maybe this isn't even that bad. If, oh good, they Flame Charge. Alright. Body Slam might not knock them out here, which could be a little bit of a misplay. I should have gone for Shadow Ball if they do no-shield this. But if they shield this up, I need to Body Slam. Alright, this is fine. Honestly, I'm not too upset about how this is playing out still. I have a lot of energy on my Licky Licky. It's going to be a little bit tricky for them to farm us down with that Ferrothorn. And they're waiting down their switch clock here, too. I'm going to swap. Honestly, I'm not that scared of Ferrothorn. Oh my goodness! It's their own Blaziken, but they're on the crazy moveset. They're not even on the smart moveset. What's Ember doing here? What's Ember doing for you, trainer? That's what I want to know. Also, why did I Blaze Kick? That's fine. We don't need to talk about that. I'm going to get so much counter damage now off into that Ferrothorn, it's not even funny. And I have so much energy on my Licky Licky, and my fast move pressure even from my fur, it's just going to add up way too much. They have no chance here. I mean, I think it's only fitting that this time I Aura Sphere. You know, I went for the Blaze Kick against the Fire type. I might as well Aura Sphere the Grass type. I mean, I know it's still super effective, but we gotta dance around. We gotta try to make it awkward for them. Is this just a Power Whip? Does this even knock me out? It might. I'm a Shadow Blaziken, but it might not. Yeah, it doesn't. We survive, so we get a full extra 2 counters through him. Do I just get 2 Shadow Balls now? Maybe not. I at least get 1. Maybe a Shadow Ball plus a Body Slam, though, could knock out. If so, I'd be exceedingly happy about that. Oh, that just knocks out, because Shadow Ball's busted. Dude, what a game. What a game. Alright, next game. Blaziken into Toucannon. Alright. I don't love this, but it could be worse. Because I at least have a lot of neutral pressure into them, and that should be helpful. Oh, nice catch by them. On the Gastrodon. This is fine, because Gastrodon is probably worse for my Blaziken than a Toucannon. And I'm pretty bulky here, so I think I can still have some play. Well, at least build up to a Solar Beam, just to make them question their sanity here. But they likely do let this go, unfortunately. They're at 7. What do they do? Yeah, they do. No shield that. I think I survive unless they go for an attack such as an Earth Power. Even a Water Pulse is not enough here, I don't think. Yeah, Water Pulse is not quite enough here to knock us out. So we do land the Body Slam, which either gets a KO or a shield. They do go for the shield, alright. I am going to come in for it. It's not really the best Pokemon to drain energy on, but it's what I'm choosing. I don't want to shield this. They have a Drill Peck loaded. Oh, they Body Slam bait. Okay. Well, if I get a Sucker Punch down here before another Body Slam, I'd be very happy. Nice. Okay, that was actually a really optimal play by us then. Okay. Furret in the back. Not a great Pokemon to see. But they do bring back in the 2 cannon, and while the Pecks are super effective, it might still be playable. We'll see. If I can counter this down especially, and it looks like I might be able to. I'm a little bit worried that the Pecks are putting me into Sucker Punch down range. I'm going to take 2 more Pecks here. Yeah, that's pretty low on HP now to be. I think I'm just too low. I think I don't have enough HP in the bank. I get 2 more counters off. If I get, like, 2 Swifts, that might be enough. But if they have Brick Break here, that could be bad, too. Please tell me they're not on Brick Break. Please tell me I survived long enough to get my second Swift. They have Swift, okay. So not a Brick Break. I do lose CMP, so maybe they can CMP us, and that would be bad. But this Swift here is probably going to 2-shot after the counter damage, right? Yeah, as long as I get to it. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Wait, we beat the 2 cannon Gastrodon core with this team. It's just the counter damage is unmatched from Shadow Blaziken, right? We're able to just brute force through the 2 cannon. We get the knockout, and that's the win. Oh my goodness, this Pokemon's just dumb. I absolutely love Blaziken. I don't know why no one's using it. Alright, next opponent. Let's win the lead. Let's win the lead, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. We have 2 good answers to this. We have rollout and counter, right? So it's not bad either way. Okay, but this is awkward. I don't love Clodsire's safe swap. I don't have an answer to Clodsire's safe swap. This is less ideal. I was hoping to, like, catch a Sludge Bomb or something, but they went for the full-on Earthquake here, which makes sense. At least Furret is well known for ramping up its damage, right? So if I have to here, I should be able to shield and maybe get a shield back with a Swift at some point. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't do a lot, but now my damage is increased. Is this a Stone Edge or a Sludge Bomb? It's a Stone Edge. That's helpful. Because now I can do 1 more Sucker Punch. And I don't really need Switch as much as they do. Honestly, if they shield this, I'd be pretty happy. If they no-shield, I'd be fine with that as well, but we'll see. They do let that go. I'm going to come right back in Blaziken. It might be a stupid play. We'll see. It's the Shadow Water Gun Quagsire. I just didn't want them to set up too much in the backline with this Abomasnow, right? Because energy on Abomasnow could be scary. I just don't get there. I just don't get there. That's the moral of the story with this nerfed counter on Blaziken. Always 1 counter away from the second move. That's probably game. That's probably game. I messed up big. I messed up big. We no-shield, because this is likely just an Aqua Tail. Ah, man. We'll see. Maybe there's still a chance here. We'll try to play it out, right? Might as well. So, right now, what we have to keep in mind is that Abomasnow did take a few counters, right? So it is kind of low on HP. But we have to keep in mind as well is I'm extremely low on HP too. So I don't know if we have the damage output necessary. We do knock out the Quagsire at least. We get the Shadow Ball off, which maybe that's helpful. But I think they're at 4 right now, so they're probably just going to outpace us to 2 Weather Balls, even if they don't farm us down. Yeah. I couldn't give the farm down over to the Abomasnow. I knew I couldn't do that, because Abomasnow, even with resisted damage into Shadow Blaziken, does way too much. I could have maybe brought in Licky Licky into Abomasnow, but then they just stay in, right? That is so awkward. Clodsire just gets too much out of me. It forces way too much of my hand there, unfortunately. And it left me in a bad spot. But still a 3-2 here. Got some pretty bad leads. Won some of them. Lost a good lead there, though. But Shadow Blaziken, it's a menace. It's just kind of funny how many people forget that fighting-type Pokemon are a thing in metas like this. Blaziken is such a massive core breaker to a lot of teams. It's very squishy, but it's so much fun to use, so if this Pokemon looks like something you want to try out, give this team a try. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.